The season is 3. The podcast is POV. The name is Katrina. Welcome to the POV podcast season 3. Exciting time where we talk about African stories and African leaders. They come in all forms, shapes, sizes, and demographics. My speaker today and my guest today is from the psychology or psychiatry world and industry. I don't want to call it an industry. I think let's call it a world, where she delves deep into the human mind, rectifying some of the mistakes, and also helping people live their lives to their best potential. The name is Lydia Karimi. She is a leading marriage, premarital, and marriage therapist. We're going to be talking about her life, therapy in Kenya, things that can help you, and even her life herself and what led her to this career. But before we go anywhere, I want to know, Lydia Karimi, if she was not a therapist, what would she be?
Wow, that would be interesting. If I was not a therapist, I would be a teacher.
Teachers are therapists of some sort. No, because they're guiding you through life. They're teaching you things.
Yes.
Because even therapists teach you, a new way to do your life. So you'd still be in that world.
Still the same world.
Okay, good to know. Question number 2. Lydia Karimi at 20 years, Lydia Karimi at 60 years. What would be the differences between these two girls or two women?
Between these two women. So Lydia Karimi at 20 years was, I want to imagine, was in campus. Yes. Had not figured out what she really, really wanted. Yes. I believe that Lydia Karimi at 60 knows what she wants, understands her purpose, is already seated in it, and happily pursuing it.
Wow. So still pursuing even at 60?
Yes.
Because the work is never complete to be a greater human. I love that. I love that. Lydia Karimi is one of the founders of Age Consulting. We're going to be talking about that. A group of therapists who've come together to make sure that you at home or wherever you are, your children, your family, can be able to get therapy sessions, any psychiatry help, from them. And they're right here in Nairobi, so you can be able to access them. We're going to be talking about that. But let's go to the story of Lydia Karimi because it's very interesting. There's a time we're driving by the river. There's a time we want to drive off a river. There was a time things were scary.
Yeah.
And this was pre-becoming a therapist.
Yes.
For you to find yourself in this space.
Yes.
Let's go back to that Lydia and how she landed in a therapy room herself.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kate, for that, for asking me that. I find my story interesting.
Yeah.
And I'd also say that it's quite divine. Divine in this way. That when I was growing up, from childhood, I never thought or imagined that I would ever sit down, listen to people, help them maneuver around their issues. I never thought about it.
Yeah.
All I knew was my parents were teachers. They are actually retired teachers.
Oh, okay. That's why you want to be a teacher. Okay.
Yeah, I admire what they've been, the impact they've had or they've made in people's lives. Up to date, I hear people call them Mwalim. I'm proud of you.
Wow.
And so I when I did my undergrad, I did education.
Yes.
I actually was a teacher.
You are on that path. Allah?
Yes. That was the direction I'd chosen to take until at some point when I was pregnant with my twins, that's when I had to resign from work.
Yeah.
Because the twin pregnancy was a risky pregnancy.
Okay.
And I had been given quite a number of sick leaves, sick offs, bed rests.
Yeah.
So I couldn't work.
How old were you when you were getting the twins, by the way?
I was 27.
A little girl. Well, okay.
Yeah. So I am pregnant. I finally go giving birth. At the moment, I remember after giving birth, I was not ready for RCS.
Okay.
I thought I would just have a normal delivery. So that really caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I took a longer time in a hospital than I expected because one baby had an issue, a complication that led us to stay in the hospital for a longer time.
Yeah, one of the twins.
One of the twins, actually the boy. And there was a death scare.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a little common with twins. Ni kama mmoja alikula chakula ya mwingine.
Really? Yes.
Yeah. But now they're quite okay.
Yes. You should see him. Yeah. Oh my God. He looks healthy. He's heavy.
He's not the one who was stressing you in hospital. Life is beautiful.
Yeah. So now we go home. We come home. And when we come home, handling the two children, handling family, handling a new help, managing the whole family aspect was quite difficult for me. And so I remember at some point, one of the things I didn't expect or I didn't plan to do was to give my children formula milk. I knew I was that super mama.
You really had planned out your motherhood.
Yes.
I'm going to do normal delivery. I am going to be exclusively breastfeeding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alafu. So I don't know what happened. At some point, I'm in this dark world. I found myself in this dark world, confused, stressed, irritable, sad, hopeless, lost. I am breastfeeding these babies. At some point, Kate, you breastfeed one baby, you place the baby down or in the bed. The other one has already woken up. You breastfeed. Once you're done breastfeeding, you place the baby down. The other one is woken up. I remember for a whole 2 weeks, I did not sleep.
Whoa.
Yes, it was tough. It was hard.
It's crying. Everyone is crying. Yes. You're uncomfortable. You're still healing because, you've come from something, quite dramatic for the body as well. You're still in CS.
Yes.
So your body is really shaken.
I'm in pain, I'm trying to put the house in order. I had a new nanny who had not gotten to understand, the nitty-gritties and the dynamics of my household. So sometimes I would go cooking. You go cooking and the wound, the heat would actually touch on the wound. It was hard.
Baby girl.
Yes.
Where?
And I'm telling you, at some point I remember putting, what do you call them? The blankets, and because the curtains were not enough. I didn't want to see light anywhere near me.
You wanted to stay in the dark?
Yes. I only wanted to be in the darkness. Because there was an assumption, that the reason why the babies were not sleeping well was because the room was lit.
Too light.
And many women actually mistake that or think that light makes children not sleep, but that's not the truth.
Yeah.
The truth is, if a child is hungry, not fed, well fed, if a child is not, diapers are not changed, if a child is sick, then you expect the baby to be uncomfortable. Once you fix those with the baby, you're good to go.
And also, to add on, if mom is not comfortable, the babies are not comfortable.
Yes.
Because the babies can feel their mother so much.
Yes. So one day I remember my husband came from work and we had a good evening, and then time to go to bed. We got to time to go to bed. And then my husband was actually not feeling well. I remember him requesting me. He told me, "Sweetie, can I take some time off in the other bedroom so that I get at least 2 hours sleep? And then I come and assist you with the babies."
Yes.
Oh my God, I snapped.
Why? Why are we snapping?
I snapped because, remember, I've been handling these babies.
Oh, yes. The whole day.
The whole day.
Blankets in the windows.
Sometimes no food, not enough food. And you're just working. And now my hubby wants some time to rest. I've not rested.
Alidisha 2 hours.
I snapped and I was like, "Wait, you want 2 hours? I've not slept for the last 2 weeks.
And you want 2 hours?
You want 2 hours?
How dare you want 2 hours?
How?
Allah.
And so what did the girl here do? I left my phone. I took my car keys and left. So what I didn't mention was at some point I had contemplated committing suicide.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I had. Because I felt like life was too heavy for me. Things were too dark for me. Maybe if I went to heaven, be with the Lord.
Yeah. All this crying and breastfeeding and being in the dark would end for me.
So I was like, this is the day. And I knew where and the how I would actually end my life. So I get my car and I leave. Leaving, there's a certain river where I knew I would actually drive off the bridge and finish my life. And I was good to go.
You leave my twins alone. I love twins.
Did they matter?
At that time?
Did they matter at that time? Depression is real, Kate.
Especially postmortem.
Yes, postpartum depression is real.
Yeah.
And, it's unfortunate that many people are not aware that that's a depression that can actually push a woman off, can cause a woman to even kill their own babies.
Oh no.
Leave alone killing themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. So I drove off and went. And I think God has always been very intentional with my life.
Yeah.
Because when I was just about getting to the bridge, I saw a group of men that were trying to rob, I think either two people or something, and I got scared. Getting scared, I actually drove all the way to the end.
Because I'm mugging, and here you are, even you can be mugged as well. No mind, you are not part of it.
Exactly. So I drove off, went to the town that was next, and parked just in front of her. I saw a KCB bank, parked in front of the bank. And since there were watchmen over there, I knew this was a safe space. And imagine I slept.
Allah.
I slept for the first time. I really slept.
Wow.
So a few hours later, I wake up and I ask myself, wait a minute, you are Lydia Karimi. Where are your babies?
Now you've been like out for a couple of hours. Umejisahau.
Then I realized, wait, Lydia uko na watoto. Kwanza twins.
For a moment you forgot, eh?
Yeah, I did. I did. But I thank God I did, because at least I got to rest.
For the first time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I did is I realized that's when it hit me that I had left. So I went back, drove back home.
So let me ask you.
Ask me.
Driving all the way from the house to the river, and then now you find somewhere you can pause for a minute. You've forgotten, you're really unaware of what's happening. Your actions are unaware. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. It's like a dissociation of some kind.
They call it autopilot.
Yes. You become a spectator. It's like life is going on and, you're seeing life from a distance.
Yeah.
It's happening. Right?
And you're not in it.
You cannot be how.
Okay.
Yeah, so I go back. When I went back, I found a group, a team of people in my sitting room.
Allah.
And I'm like, hey.
In the night? Okay.
So what's happened? Now, this is around 4 a.m., 5 a.m., I think.
Yo.
Yeah, so I think I slept.
Okay.
So when I get in, I'm like, first thing, where are my babies? So I see two ladies, one is holding a baby, the other one is holding the other one, trying to, soothe the babies. And I'm like, oh, give me the babies to breastfeed. And imagine they refused.
Your babies?
Audacity.
Allah.
So I was like, well, you don't want to give me the babies? Let me go and sleep. You're giving me an opportunity to go and rest more.
Yeah.
So I went to bed. Thankfully, one of the friends followed me. And she asked me, Lydia, how are you? I told her I'm fine. I didn't see anything wrong with what I'd done.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, I'm good. I remember her asking me, were you given formula milk in hospital? I was like, no, I was not given formula milk. And I don't plan to feed my babies with formula milk.
Why? But were you able to breastfeed them this whole time?
I think the milk was not enough, kids. That's the reason why the babies were crying and not sleeping.
They're not feeding enough. And you've never known how kids eat.
Yeah.
This is your first time.
Imagine. Within 2 weeks, I'd lost, from 84 kgs to 58 kgs. 2 weeks.
That's not good.
Yeah, it was quite a lot. So she asked me, can I see the medication you were given from Nairobi Hospital? So they are over there. A whole bunch of, they remember the painkillers and all that. So she takes them in and she removes everything, putting down. And then I see her get 2 tins of formula milk. I didn't know I had formula milk.
Is that standard procedure for every mother who leaves, or was it just that specific hospital?
I suspect when I was in Nairobi Hospital, remember we stayed for a longer period of time?
Oh yeah, because kids needed more attention.
Yes, and one of them was on phototherapy.
Okay.
The boy was on phototherapy. So the babies were being fed with formula milk at some point, especially whenever they were in the nursery.
Okay.
But even because I've gotten the other 2 babies from Nairobi Hospital, I didn't get formula milk.
Oh, I think because they had seen whatever was happening.
Yeah.
They're like, let's continue like this to make sure the child is healthy. But because, you're tired and all this, you might miss out a detail or 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the lady did not even speak. She took the milk and she left. Went, fixed the milk for the babies, fed the babies. The babies were taken to sleep, not even in my bedroom.
Yeah. And they were used to sleeping with you.
So what kind of feed the babies? Then now the other one was like, no, Lydia, we need to take a shower. And I was like, I'm not taking a shower.
Yeah, we don't want to shower, Mama.
No, why should I shower?
We gotta be clean.
No, I don't want that. So depression is real. One of the signs is when someone is unable to take care of themselves. Things that they would do very easily, like hygiene, you realize someone prefers not bathing, prefers not dressing well. So when you see your friend in such a situation, please be concerned.
Something's not right.
Something's not right.
Okay.
Yeah. So at least she manages to convince me. I get to the bathroom and I take a shower. After taking a shower, another one has already prepared some porridge. I took that porridge, my friend.
Yeah.
I took the porridge, and the next thing, I got to bed and slept.
This is the first time you're sleeping properly.
Yes. And my goodness, that was so therapeutic. Sleep is therapeutic.
Yes.
If you discover that you're not sleeping well, you're not sleeping enough, or in between you're waking up, then you need to be concerned.
Can I confess something?
Please do.
The past week, I think I was talking to one of my workmates and I was like, and we were struggling both to sleep. I was like, I keep waking up. And I was angry. And I knew there's something that's amiss. And then I think a day or 2 back, 2 days ago, I slept through the night. I said it was one of my happiest moments. I kept, do you know I've slept the whole 8 hours? Na sijafungua macho. I felt like it's a winning moment for me. So let me tell you, sleep, especially as grown-ups, is a big gift because, if you're working all the time, you can't do it. And when you're depressed and unhappy, you don't sleep well. I've also seen others who oversleep. Like you'll sleep the whole day. You want to be covered up. So there are 2 sides about it, but we're going to get into that.
But I don't think they actually oversleep.
The
brain is working, but you just want to be close. You just want to stay in your blanket.
Just stagnant.
You don't like sleep visually. Because if someone was to sleep very well, I can tell you, your brain, your body functions so well.
Yes.
With quality
when you
sleep.
have healthy sleep. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now your friends have come, they've geared around you, they're helping you out. Now you're eating right.
Yeah.
You're able to even feed the babies right.
Yes.
Did you now understand what drove you to the river?
Yes. Today I understand.
Yes.
So one of the things that I did, I decided to take some time and really look deeply into postpartum depression.
Okay.
What causes postpartum depression? One, there are people that get prepartum depression. There are others who get the postpartum, and there are some people who actually do not get both at all.
They are good through and through.
They are good through and through. So sometimes depression is, there are people who are predisposed to depression based on their genetic makeup.
Okay.
Yeah, there are people who are like that, yeah.
Genetically?
Yes.
That's risky.
Yes, I know, yeah. It's just like a sickness, like the way when you go to hospital and you're having that check and you ask, is there someone who has had diabetes in your family? Someone who has had cancer or hypertension in your family? So someone can be predisposed. Now, the next thing is stress can really cause postpartum depression. And stress from what angles? From different angles like lack of preparedness, unpreparedness, yeah? Like now, for example, I got my nanny a day before the day I went delivering. Yes. So I had not trained her. I had not even connected with her.
You don't even know her so well.
I don't know her so well. She had come from the village. Yeah. And so when I came from hospital, the kind of food she was making, Mayo.
It's not what you're used to. Here you are sick, you want to eat well.
Yes. And there's how I love my food. And when it comes to food, I am sort of a perfectionist.
No, trust me. You have to eat right, Allah. Everyone knows how they like their taste. Wataka chumvi fike hapo. Na kandimu kapilipili kasiongezeke,
Yes.
Hiyo ni kawaida.
So I feel like if given a chance, which I tried now with the other babies, I would ensure that I get a nanny early, way earlier.
Preparedness.
Yes, preparedness. The other one is, of course, financial preparedness. Because You remember we stayed in hospital for a longer period of time. We were not financially prepared. We didn't have insurance.
You're a young couple.
We were a young couple, you know. So there was that. As a couple, were we ready for twins?
Yeah, but it's two for one. 2 for 1 package.
We? I don't think we were. Nobody prepared us. Were we ready for latching? You know, helping a baby to breastfeed? No. We were not ready for that.
But you see, that's the thing. I think especially with birth, no one can prepare you enough. We can give you all the books, you can do, but that experience is you have to actually be in the exam room. You have lazima ufanye examples hapo.
Lazima.
Ilikuwa examples ama ilikuwa shule. Like you have to do practicals.
Yes.
There's not enough preparedness you can do with giving birth than the actual experience.
There isn't, though it helps having someone who has been experienced walk the journey with you.
Or like older mothers, you know, aunties and things like, okay, yeah, for sure. They're able to see, like if they see the baby's not being fed enough.
Yes.
Yeah, they can be able to see. Because 2 young couples who've never had kids.
Imagine.
Wanaambiana nini hata wanajua nini. Wote wawili. Anyway.
And they're from honeymoon, direct from honeymoon.
Oh my goodness.
These are the firstborns. Yeah, so we didn't know really much.
Yeah.
Okay, so the unpreparedness can cause postpartum depression. And what happens with the body? Yeah, when a woman is pregnant, your estrogen levels are higher compared to after giving birth, because remember there is the removal of the placenta, which actually reduces, you know, the estrogen and the progesterone that has been in your body in a shuka.
Yeah.
All right. And remember, it plays a role in the is it digestion or ingestion of serotonin, of foods or nutrients that help with building up the serotonin levels, dopamine levels, which are good for brain function.
Yes.
So when the levels are lower, it means that as a person, as an individual, you struggle. Your brain struggles to manage a certain level of stress. Okay?
Yeah.
So with postpartum, especially if it is stress related, most of the time it's because your the hormones, we call them the neurotransmitters, are actually in lower quantities than the ones you need to be able to manage the stress.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a bit, I would say it's scientific, and it's a good thing to know that, because now when you suspect that you're getting into a kind of depression, the first thing that you need to look at is work on building, getting a balanced diet, getting sunlight, you know, those things that help with building up the neurotransmitters, getting enough love, attention, being with people, that can help you, people that can help you with work, and also dealing with the stress so that you have less stress to address during the postpartum.
Especially the less stress to address, like is the house cleaner, like, you know, are other people fed, so that now you're dealing with the other things, because handling a home and handling babies, like all on one person, is really not fair.
It's not.
Oh, it's I'm shocked to hear sunlight, because I've seen it a lot on the internet. It's like, if you're feeling low, just get out and see the sun. There's something about the sun that changes a lot. You mind expanding on that?
You know, sunlight gives you vitamin D.
Yes.
Which is a mineral that is needed.
On its own, yeah.
Yes, which is needed in the body. All right. And when it's, what happens is, it helps with the, again, ingestion of the like, for example, whenever you're taking foods, you get the vitamin C and you get vitamin K and all that, it's ingested in the body. The moment the vitamin D, being part of the other vitamins, are ingested in the body, it helps in the growth or the increase of the serotonin levels and the dopamine levels. Dopamine levels help with motivation and giving you energy.
Okay.
Right? They are feel-good hormones, which you need for your brain functionality.
And they're naturally in your body.
Yes.
So what happens when they're not coming out natural? This is when you're getting depressed, you're unable to do your daily duties.
Yes.
My goodness.
Because the brain capacity is deprived.
And remember, a pregnant mother, a pregnant woman who even has just delivered, most of the time she's not leaving the house walking all dilly-dallying everywhere. She's slow to her step.
Mm-hmm.
She's not moving around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not even experiencing the sun a lot.
Not.
But I see the recommendation, toa mtoto asubuhi. I hear that recommendation a lot. So that's interesting. So Lydia, you've gone through this and you've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
But you've been a teacher all your life. To shift from that to come into the therapy couch. How was that move?
All right. So now remember at some point I used to lecture. Okay.
Yes.
I used to teach. And when I struggled with a baby, with a pregnancy, remember it was a risky pregnancy. At some point I actually resigned.
Oh.
So when I resigned from work, I joined my husband, who was already running our family business.
Yeah.
Actually, we ran a hardware in Ruiru, in Thika, and in Kiambu.
I love that.
Yes, it's Ujenzi Distributors.
Advertising ndio hiyo sasa.
Ndio hiyo imeanza.
Mununue simiti. Na mkinunua mnasema 10% off with Kate.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I joined him. So when I joined him in business, at let me say, of course, we worked well. We worked together. But as we were working together, something inside of me, Kate, kept telling me, Lydia, not yet.
Yeah.
Kuna kitu kamebakia. You need something more.
Yeah.
So that's when I went back to school.
Okay.
I went back to school and I decided specifically to do counseling psychology, marriage and family therapy.
Okay.
The day I sat into that class, Kate, I knew this was home.
Your brain and your heart was in it.
Everything fell in love.
I love that. It. People go all their life without finding out what they need or what they want to be. So whenever your mind is at peace, you're it. So you've done the course now.
Yes.
We finished the course.
Yes.
Now ni tuingie kwenye workforce.
Yes.
Your first client. Were there any jitters? Did you feel able? Were you able to handle it? How was your relationship with one of your first clients? Do you remember that?
So yes, I do remember. There are two types of clients. Remember, as I was growing up, I would find myself sitting down, helping people deal with their problems.
Yeah.
Even before I was married, married women would come to me and tell me their problems and tell me to help them.
Married women?
Yes.
You're asking an unmarried woman?
And amazingly, I can get you a number that tell me, Lydia, thank you for helping me. You saved my marriage.
You see, sometimes I think also being outside, even because I give a lot of advice as well, I find people come into my DMs to ask me so many questions. And when you put perspective from an outside lens, especially in any union, any marriage, or any relationship, maybe even work, when you're viewing from outside, you're able to give a different perspective.
Yes.
I think that's why therapy works for a lot of people, because the person experiencing, like, I'm experiencing pregnancy now, but now you who's on the outside, and also because you've experienced it as well, you'll be like, this is how you do with it. This is how it works. I think therapy is such a lens.
Yes.
From a different view.
Yes.
Which I like.
It is. And I think to some extent, by the time someone is coming to you to share her challenges, most chances are very high they already trust you. So whatever you're sharing with them, they are trusting that there's no way you'd mislead me.
Okay. Cool.
So they take the advice positively. I've seen scenarios whereby someone has had the same type of advice from two different people, but when you hear from this other one, you actually take it in.
I won't lie, I take offense in that a lot. When you tell someone like, but na by the way, uko unavaa hiyo dress ya blue. Mimi nimekwambia uvae dress ya blue. Someone else tells you to wear that dress ya blue. Unavaa juu ya amekwambia, I tell you to wear this blue dress. Why is it when I tell you, you don't listen? Why do people do that? What is it in psychology? How can we explain the fact that people sometimes don't receive the message from either people they know or are familiar with, but with foreigners or foreign people, they interact so easily? Why is that?
I think sometimes it's just the familiarity. Someone whom you've been interacting with over and over, you're already used to how they think, how they reason, how they see things. Then you get someone else different.
Yeah.
Of course, you take some time and ask yourself, what would this person consider telling me the same thing that I've been hearing from someone else?
Yeah.
I think that is it.
This familiarity bias. I I would, from my perspective, I feel like sometimes it's cultivated on how people view you sometimes. You see, when you're familiar with your spouse, like yourself, it's like, that's what my husband does. You know, and you don't give them the benefit of doubt because you've already placed them somewhere in your head.
Yes.
Forgetting that people can change or can be positive or can give you a positive input. But because you know them too much. Now, let me just go point on.
Okay.
I know you're a marriage therapist.
Yes.
And of course, you've been married with kids.
Yes.
Your husband has advised you or given you his point of view a couple of times. Have you ever had that bias? And don't lie. Have you ever found yourself with that bias?
You definitely have put me to the spotlight. Yeah?
I have to.
Yes. I'd say a number of times I've not heeded to what he's told me because I'm like, I think I know you quite a lot.
Yeah.
And is this really new? Then I went, had the same thing from someone else and actually did it. And sometimes of course you want to hide from the shame of telling him, so you hold back, but you end up doing it.
So what have you learned from that now? Because you see, I think for anyone to become a better person and a better mother, a better wife, a better therapist, it's the lessons you learn from that because you've experienced it. Of course, you're going to carry those lessons also to some of your clients.
Yes.
How have you learned to be able to counter those biases that you might have personally, either with your spouse or your kids? Because these are people you are familiar, we see them every day.
Yes.
So having a familiarity bias is not uncommon. It could happen. Your child tells you, oh, nani alinichapa na simulichapana jana. Like, isn't this what you people do? You know, how do you conquer that familiarity bias so that you're able to see people from who they really are?
So one of the things that I've discovered and I've become very intentional doing is listening.
Okay.
And listening very well. It's one thing to hear someone make a statement, and it's another thing to actually allow yourself to internalize what this person is saying.
Yeah.
Okay. If you only choose to hear, of course, in passing, you don't take time to think about what is this that's making this person tell me. What's the point behind what he's saying?
Yeah.
Okay. You even ask yourself beyond the other. Sometimes you have that familiarity bias, maybe because you fought yesterday,
yes,
or you had a disagreement or something. What's that's beyond the disagreement and the conflict we had? Okay, this person cares about me. If he does, why would he want to give me a wrong counsel? Right? So I take a step back, internalize and analyze what this person is saying.
Yeah.
And sometimes even ask myself, if it was someone else who had told me the same thing, would I actually have heeded to what he has told me? And that has really helped a lot. That's slowing down. Most of the time, if it's spouses, we are in a hurry. We rush through our spouses. We rush through
where?
Good.
Next.
Yes. But the moment we take a step back, it really helps and it makes a difference.
There's something you said in that. You said that the intent.
Yes.
This person would never want to hurt you. They intend for you to grow. And I think when you put the intent into your perspective, whatever they're saying could be helpful and true.
True.
I think we don't put the intent into matter. But I that's something I personally am trying. I'm always like, if you come with good intent, everything will be good. It's something I think I said once on my Twitter. I think I said the intent is the language the universe hears even when you're not speaking.
Yes.
I can tell you, you're beautiful. I said you're beautiful, but my face is not saying I'm beautiful. So my intent is not really to tell you you're beautiful. But when I say you're beautiful,
yes,
the intent is there.
Yes, and
the world can see it, the universe can see it. So I think I like that intent. When you lead with intent, you're able to see that. So an intentional Lydia decided to set up, Age consulting among many other people. And I like the journey of working with all these therapists to actually cure so many people.
Yeah.
How many people have sat on your desk, have sat on your couch, a couch?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Count.
I have we're talking about the therapists, the professionals that I'm working with, or my clients
who have sat on your knee.
Oh my, can I really count them?
You have to count, Bana.
Oh.
You've been doing this for years. How long?
Yes. I've done this for almost 9 years.
How many people have sat on your couch for these 9 years? These are many people.
There are so many. There are so many. And there are some, I do pro bono sessions. I've done pro bono sessions for how many years? I did so many within, I think, the first 4 so years until now I decided to make it.
Were you subconsciously doing pro bono or you intentionally doing pro bono?
It was subconscious because remember, I was running our family business then.
Oh, so people are finding out kumbe you can advise them when unapeana bure.
Ndio, yes.
Sasa ukajua kumbe unaweza charge.
Kumbe naweza pata.
Unaweza tuma invoice.
Kumbe naweza tuma invoice.
That's good. That's smart.
Yes. But one of the things you had asked me earlier was, how was the first experience?
Yes, as a therapist.
A therapist. Yeah. I remember, as I said, I'd been seeing people, and now I'd already gotten in class. And had learned the counseling skills, had learned the counseling theories, both for the marriages, for individual therapy, for different types of therapy. I honestly felt confident. Because one, my personality is extroverted.
Yes.
So I don't struggle with people.
You're very conversational.
Yes, I am. And I really enjoy deep conversations.
I like that.
Number two, I really love solving problems. If there's something that I look forward to, it is finding solutions, not only for myself, but even for people around me. So I'd say the first session, I remember, now I'm using the one that I...
The invoice?
The invoiced one, yes. It was quite easy. I found it very easy. And I remember from that particular client, she's given me so many clients up to date.
Wow.
Yes.
She was able to feel healed and all that.
Yes.
I know you're not comfortable saying the problem that was, but I know there have been so many other problems.
Yeah.
And we've sat and chatted before. And one of my biggest concerns with therapy is there are people who are not healable. Is it true that there are people who are not healable? Because I feel like therapy is healing.
So this is how I'd look at it. One, as a person, I believe that people are healable.
Okay.
But it is so dependent on the intentionality of the person and the willingness to push and make, and make a change in their lives. There are people who come to therapy, you walk journeys with them, you give them assignments, because homework is a must with therapy.
Kuna homework?
Any.
Ayo. Yeah, no, I was those students who are doing homework in school. I was last minute, I'm copying. By the way, now you're giving me homework, you guys. Why are you giving us? We're grown-ups.
Because you need to go and reflect.
Who's doing homework? What is there's therapy homework?
Yes.
No.
There is.
No.
There are journals to write. There's reflection
so you
to do.
Mark my journal. Like bring for you mark my journal.
Sometimes I actually request the client to come with their journal. Sometimes.
Oh, so you can see, have you been documenting your life?
Yes. And I need to check your growth. Are you making progress?
You guys, there's homework in therapy.
Oh, yes, there is.
Okay, that's not to discourage you to go.
But it's not too intense. It is in a way that you will really struggle, like schoolwork. No, it's you getting to reflect, because after you've come and sat down with me, we have talked. Yeah. We've talked about your childhood experiences. We have discovered why you're behaving the way you're behaving. We've even come up with goals. We've set goals. And then after setting goals, we've come up with interventions. These are the solutions. This is what you do. Okay. After coming up with those solutions, go and try them before you come to the next therapy. Yeah. Sometimes for us to be able to build a new habit, you must do certain things over a period of time, because habits are built with time.
True.
Yes. So the homeworks are just aligned.
Yes.
Aligned what we actually discussed during the therapy.
I really like that. Because you see, that's how you see your progress when people are journaling, when you're seeing the habits, that's when you're able to do it. Do you give these tasks to, because I know you do family therapy and marriage therapy is your focus.
Yes.
But I know you have younger clients.
Yes.
Do you give that homework to them as well?
Yes. I'll give, like now we have the adolescents and we have the children.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I specifically, I have a therapists that deal with children, because children's therapy is different from the adults therapy. It's more expressive, But even with them, you give them work to like crayons, coloring, writing, such. With the adolescents, the same. You give them assignments. You give them things they can do, but the assignment or the homework has got to be aligned in terms of at their age, can they handle?
Of course, for
based on
children.
whatever they're experiencing, can they handle?
Okay.
Yes, and then you also hold their parents, maybe the guardian who brought them, accountable. You request them kindly, ensure that your child is able to do 1, 2, 3 things.
Let's go to now couples.
Yes.
I'd like to see a couple homework. How is that structured?
That's the most interesting. There are so many types of homeworks that you'd give couples. One, depending on what their issues are, the issues they've presented.
Yeah.
There are couples who will come having finance issues. They're not able to do budgets. They're not able to work together. Yeah. Sometimes one has a different kind of a personality in terms of handling finances, while the other one has a different one. Yeah. So you give them money dates. A date.
Money dates.
Yes.
Allah.
So they go for a date specifically to discuss their finances, come up with budgets, look at the investment portfolios, look at who is the holder, who is the spender, whom do we allow to manage our finances, okay?
Yes.
What structure would we like to put in place for our marriage in terms of our finances,
Yeah.
So you can give them money dates. Sometimes you even request them to go out and look for maybe somebody, there are those people who do trainings. Like now in AISH, we have a finance advisor who is part of our panel that, we can easily tell them, you go and see this particular person and talk to her, and she's going to help you come up with structures to manage your finances as a family.
You've said money dates.
Yes, we have money dates.
I want to ask something else a little naughty. There are sex dates.
Yes.
Because I know marriages come when some of that passion is... that's a homework.
Yes.
So what do you do in that homework?
So what you do is I'll tell you to go on a sex date.
Allah.
Yes. So probably choose a hotel or a place that maybe you can choose to go out camping.
Okay.
Yes. Then maybe there are things that, they're tools of trade when it comes to sex therapy, right? Like now, for example, the dressing, things that you'd use to ignite the mood, right? Using maybe scented candles. I guide you.
And also the language to speak to your spouse.
Yes. Yeah. And then I give you, I request you not to have any other conversations on that particular night, or if it is a day or if it's a weekend.
Yes.
Don't go discussing finances. Don't go discussing what conflicts. The babies. No. Specifically, you're going to build on your intimacy as a couple.
I like that. That's a good homework.
Oh, that's a good. That one you don't mind.
But for marriage people only, you single people, can you stay in line, store the line? So there's money dates, sex dates. What other homeworks could you give to married couples?
To couples, sometimes I give them workbooks that they can go deal with, read and feel together. Like now, for example, if I discover that some of the conflicts the couples are experiencing are based on their, different beliefs or values or even unmet expectations and unmet needs, I customize a workbook for them.
Yes.
Where now they've got questions to go ask each other, answer them, and then they help they help each other understand. Because misalignments of values, of beliefs, and expectations can really cause a lot of conflict in marriages.
Alignment is one of the most, and for me, I think it's something I've looked for in 2025 and 2026. Alignment. It is so expensive. It is hard to find. It's just because without alignment, you're not able to achieve your goals. You're not able to even go where you are headed.
Yes.
I think alignment, you even have to ask God to help you to be aligned.
Very true.
I think I was giving someone an example. It's also it's a good book. It's in the Bible of 2 oxes. In my language, they're called ndegwas. One ox is tired. One ox is awake.
Yes.
And the oxes that they help, like a tractor. If one wheel of the tractor is off, there's no way we can cultivate the land. It's the same thing, I think, in partnerships, marriages, and families. Like if there's someone who is not doing the right thing or following, or you're not aligned, one person will fall off.
So true.
So now the question of marriage counseling, you have 2 couples who've come in.
Yeah.
A couple, sorry.
Yeah.
Sabu. So they've come in. She doesn't want to give me sex anymore. She's, she's very rude. He spends money. He's always going to the bar. He's talking to girls. Everyone has come with, their complaints.
Yes.
I feel like sometimes with couples, they come in, they want you to be on my side. Go on the side of the lady or be on the side of the man. How do you make sure that you are independent and you solve the issue? Because, of course, all of them come with, be on my side. Even I'm the one paying for this therapy.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
How do you make sure that you're able to keep both of them, even as much? And remember, they're going home together. They're not going with you. That even when they leave your office, they're able to stay together.
Thank you. That's quite something, especially in therapy room, yeah? Because there are times couples will come in and you listen to them, and to be honest, one of them is actually has a point, and the other one is not getting it or something like that. But as a therapist, you don't want to lean on one side.
Yes.
So one thing that I do is I keep telling myself, Lydia, remember the big picture. The big picture is to have these two together. That's the big picture, not to make them realize that this one was better than the other one. Or this
right. Yeah, I scored 5 points, you scored 0.
So it's not competition.
Okay.
All right. So as I listen to their issues, one, I'm very keen to hearing the presenting problem, but also keen to understanding the root. The root, what exactly is causing this presenting problem? So as a couple, I help them see where the problem is coming from.
Yeah.
When I help them see where the problem is coming from, that's when both of them will realize, wait a minute. No wonder. I will not even need to tell them this is the right way.
You just want to land them to the root.
Yes.
And then we go back to that thing we said earlier. Now they know the intent.
Yes. And so they get answers by themselves. If there is any competition between themselves, they are going to handle it. For Lydia, I help them see the problem. And then also, I'll give them ways with which they can be able to address the root problem.
Do you know what I've seen you as? I've seen you as a lady with a light, just guiding. It's like Peter, ukipita pale utapata dirisha imefunguka bana. I think that's the job of a therapist. I respect it so much because most of the time in conflict and when you're pulling one another's hairs and just being in disagreement, it's a lot of darkness and anger.
Yes.
And you cannot see why you met this person or why you have kids with them. Why do I even know this person? And maybe you need a little bit of guiding light to remind you.
Yes.
But even in that, there are couples that even with therapy, really,
yes,
mambo gani?
Inakata. Sometimes the cow refuses.
Allah.
Sometimes
the cow has refused.
It has refused. Sometimes that happens. As a therapist, I can tell you that is one of the most devastating experiences you can ever have.
Oh, no.
Because by the time you're deciding to become a therapist, what is the purpose? Healing. So what happens when you're not able to help the couple find healing?
Yeah.
It hurts. It's just like a doctor. You can imagine what
to
a
lose
doctor...
a patient.
Exactly.
It's painful.
It's very painful. So I'd say in such cases, I'll give my best. I give my couples the best shot that I'm able to. Sometimes if I must refer them to another therapist, I would rather go that direction. Yeah.
So you see, maybe you're seeing them from a different view.
Yes.
Okay, that's advisable.
Yeah. So, but when we get to a point where it's not working, I actually encourage them to take time and separate.
Yeah.
Separate, not divorce. I honestly feel that today, couples rush to divorce too soon. Let me use the word too soon.
Yes.
Yeah. But separation is allowed because that's a moment you get to reflect. That's a moment you get to think, wait a minute. One, what was the original idea by the time I was getting married to this person? In this problem we are experiencing, can we change? Is there hope? Is there light? You know?
Can one change? Can one improve? Can we all work things out?
Yes, you know. So separation actually works. Okay. And of course, as a therapist, you don't determine how long they take. You allow them to go discuss the time they are taking their separation. And maybe while they're separated, they can now come in as individuals for individual therapies.
Yes.
So I help them. Maybe one person needs more self-awareness. The other person needs more, partner awareness. These are some of the reasons. These are some of the causes of your conflicts, So I help them walk journeys.
Yeah.
And then also, I believe that really helps when it comes to them coming back. Most of them will bring themselves together.
I love that. I love that. I wouldn't lie. I really believe family is the original government.
Yeah.
And I believe family is the core of it. Like from family comes out children's, communities, everything. And if there's one thing that has been attacked a lot is families. And for me, especially Black African families have been attacked. If you're able to save yourself as early as you can.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think alcoholism is one maladaptive behavior that becomes so common in Kenya. I won't lie. It's one of the things I fear as well, because it's such a norm. You go for lunch, there's a glass of wine, you go, like even in family gatherings, it is there. It has been poured everywhere. So it is up to you to be disciplined. It's up to you to see those moments and do what you need to do. I like that. Another maladaptive behavior is sexual promiscuity.
Yes.
Very prominent right now.
Yes.
People are earning quite well on an app called OnlyFans. I'm not advertising it, but you would see women now and even younger girls turning to that and being like, you know what, this is the career. It pays more than a lot of jobs we do. I won't lie. Even me, sometimes I'm jealous. I'm like, Emma, kama nijaribu. I need to upgrade my Mercedes and, things like that. How do you save a society that is looking at maladaptive behaviors as normalcy? How do you save that society? Because that's the society we're in.
That's the society we're in. I'd say some of these behaviors have a lot to do with our beliefs, where we are coming from.
Okay.
Right? If you look closely, by the time you find a person who is into alcoholism, chances are high. They're coming from families whereby there was drunkenness.
There was evidence, yeah.
All right? Yeah. So they saw it somewhere. If we talk of domestic violence, chances are very high.
And promiscuity, I don't think it's always there. It's always not at home.
It's not always at home, but chances are very high. As they were growing up, either from cousins, relatives, there was a lot of sexual things happening down there. You get it?
Yeah.
So it's always coming from somewhere. People don't just wake up and find themselves being.
You've said that 2 times now. It just doesn't happen. It came from somewhere.
It came from somewhere. And the moment you're able to understand where it came from, what the motivation factor is, you address the motivation factor. If it is a motivation that can be, that can be cut, that can be dealt with or removed if possible, it's removed so that now someone gets, finds a stable way of reasoning. I really look at belief systems because if someone is coming from a Christian background, let's say, or a religious, let me just use the word religious or a spiritual background, chances are very high that by the time they are doing certain things, they are reasoning, wait, what does the higher power say? Okay.
Where does it take you?
What is God saying about this particular thing, this particular behavior? So our beliefs play a very major role. Also the values, maybe from a parenting perspective, it's time that parents became a bit more intentional with their children at a very early age.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain age that children get, and it's so difficult for you to shape those children.
Yes.
So build the children as a parent. With the society, we have got institutions, we've got churches, we've got schools and other institutions. Let's come up with programs that we can be able to educate and empower women and men so that in ways that they are able to say no to the maladaptive behaviors.
Quite dangerous. I know that there's a lot to get with age consulting. Can you tell me just a little bit of what someone gets if they're ever to come to you, and maybe what they'll get if they're able to seek, age consulting to guide them through either financial or, children therapy or anything of the sort?
So like in this particular case, if you come attend therapy, by the virtue of being in this particular show, I'll give 10 free sessions for the first 10 signups.
Okay. That's a lot. So if you sign up for the webinar,
not for the webinar, for sessions themselves.
Okay.
Yes. You get first 10 free sessions.
Wow.
First sessions.
Okay. Thank you.
Did I say it correct?
No, just rephrase it.
Let me rephrase it.
Okay.
So if you sign up for therapy, okay,
yes,
you'll get the first session for free.
Okay.
That is for the first 10 signups.
Yes.
That's okay. Now,
the first 10 people to sign up get first free session.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
For the webinar, when you join us in the webinar, and maybe in you're able to participate, one, you get a recording of what we are going to.
Wow.
Yes, you get a recording. Yes, you get the slides. Yeah. And I can assure you there is so much to learn. There's so much impact out of that.
Yeah.
And I believe there's something for everybody.
Wow. I think that's really amazing. There's so much more to get from Ish Consulting. There's something I saw on their website I thought was really cool. They're going to be having a luncheon for moms.
Yes.
So I know moms are all about that. So come together. It's them a couple of months. You're celebrating them as well.
Yes.
This is a whole live session with other therapists as well. They're going to be having lunch. Nimesikia luncheon. Kuna lunch.
Kuna chakula. Yes.
Mimi niko hapo kwa chakula.
So I'm working with Rubber Care Center. Rubber Care is the founder of Rubber Care is Doreen. So Doreen has actually hosted me to be speaking to young moms that have young babies like the ones I do, you know. So we'll be discussing how to maneuver, you know, the challenges that come with taking care of the young babies, how to ensure that your family still stands as you're taking care of the babies, and how you still stand. Because as a mother,
as a woman, as an individual, because you're Lydia.
Yes.
But your mom and your Lydia. Lydia mom.
Ndio hiyo sasa. Majina ni mengi. Yes. So we'll be doing that. And there are so many other webinars that will be coming through the year. We're planning events that will be coming up. So if you can get to our website, you know, get to our followers on our social media handles, you get to hear or you get to learn so much from Ish Consult.
I say this, I have a bias. I would like the next luncheon after that is for men and young men, because I feel like they need therapy more than women. Please, tafadhali. Kenyan men, millennial men need to go for therapy. I have said it so many times on my Twitter. I am saying it live on my podcast. I am biased, maybe. I will say that. But I think it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what you're doing. It's such a beautiful thing to be a guiding light or just to be holding the lamp.
Yes.
I'm a koroboy, whatever it is. Kitu tu iko na taa. Guiding people in the darkness of life that is, because people sometimes need that spark to actually see what is happening. I think it's really beautiful. Lydia, what would be the one word you would say to Kenyans, especially at this time where the economy is struggling? We're very indifferent with our government, but yet we still want to remain these positive people who are serving, you know, God, a purpose in the community around us. I'd want a message for our therapy to keep us going. Like, tufanye nini?
Wow, thank you. I can tell you this is not an easy season. And even for therapists, I can tell you I'm dealing with people that are going through a lot of grief. Families are breaking, a lot of weight. We are carrying a lot of weight. But I believe in this, that while things are difficult in this way, as a person, as an individual, it's important that we come back to ourselves. We know you sit back and ask us, you know, when all this is happening, who am I? What can I do in this situation? What's within my control? Anything that is without our control, we leave it to God. I call it God problems.
Yes.
Let God problems be God problems. Yeah. Pray for the nation. Pray for the people around you, you know. But for that which is within your capacity, if as an individual, you're able to be at peace with the people that are around you. If you're able to give your best shot in terms of maybe it's financial challenges that you're experiencing, manage your finances the best way you can, anything that's within your control, work on it. What is without your control, give it to the Lord in prayer.
I love that. Intent will guide you back to the relationship or the message or anything that you had. So lead with good intent and everything will flow. That's a beautiful message from Lydia Karimi from Ish Consulting. Be sure to check out their latest webinar and so much more from what they're doing. This is season 3 of POV Podcast. Thank you for watching.